Dear friends, welcome to Learning About. In this video, I'm going to solve the previous year papers of Infosys. So in this, if you look at the Infosys, there are off campus, okay, for the system engineer hiring. Whether it is off campus or on campus, for the system engineer hiring, which is your regular, the entry level software engineering job, they have about 5 sections, okay. So in that, the quantitative, what like the other companies call it as the quantitative ability or numerical ability or the mathematical ability, this Infosys, okay, they call it as the technical ability. There are 10 questions, so this is what I'm going to solve from the previous paper as far as this video is concerned, okay. But other than that, if you see, like you have reasoning ability, like 15 questions, wherein you have questions on data interpretation, data sufficiency and syllogism. And then verbal ability, there are 20 questions, and pseudocode 5 questions, 10 minutes. And numerical puzzles, you have like 4 questions and 10 minutes. Now for as far as verbal and pseudocode is concerned, you can find questions, the previous year questions in our test practice platform, app.learningabout.in. The link to that is given in the description below. And like for quants and reasoning, you can find videos in our channel, okay. And not only for Infosys, we also upload videos for TCS, CTS, Wipro, Capgemini, Accenture and other companies, okay. So you can make use of that. And also we regularly upload videos on like the various job alerts, okay, the huge off campus and other job alerts. Now coming to this particular part, okay, so as I said, like the numerical ability or the mathematical ability or the quantitative ability, they call it as the technical ability, wherein you have actually questions not only from quants but also you have the logical reasoning questions, okay. So here there are only 10 questions, and please remember, you cannot go back to, once you have answered a question, you cannot go back to the previous question. That is clearly mentioned in that instruction, okay. So now you get, most often you get questions based on permutation combination, okay, and then percentage, profit loss ratio, proportion, mixtures, okay. Then occasionally you also get questions on time, speed, distance, time on work and number series. And definitely you get questions on like seating arrangement or some kind of an arrangement based question. It may not be like one single question, so they give you a caselet or a data, and based on that you get like 1 or 2 questions, okay. So I'll show you all that in this video. I have about 13 questions to solve in this video. I'll show all the types, okay. And then of course like coding, decoding, blood relationship also possible, right? Now the first question, it is a combination based question. So they're asking like out of 9 consonants and 3 vowels, okay, how many words of 4 consonants and 2 vowels can be selected? So this we know, like typically you have this, there are 9 boys and 3 girls, okay. So how many ways we can select 4 boys and 2 girls? So such kind of questions you always get. So very easy to write this. So 9 consonants are there, you have to select 4, okay, and then there are 3 vowels, and of which you have to select 2, okay. So 9C4 into 3C2. Now 9C4, you can write it as starting from 9, you can write 4 numbers. So 9, 8, 7 and 6, 4 numbers you have written, and in the denominator starting from 1 you write 4 numbers. So this is 9C4, okay, into, and 3C2 we know it is 3, okay. Now this 2, 4 and 2, 8 is getting cancelled, 3 is like twice, okay. So what you have is 9 into 7 is 63, 63 into 2 is 126, 126 into 3 is 378. That's answer option D for the first question. 378 is the answer for this question, okay. So how many words can be formed? 378 words can be formed. And please remember, you are not given answer choice for all these all the questions, okay. For this question, for every question, like I've used the exact answer choices given in the actual questions, and all the questions are also actual questions. None of these are my own questions. And for some of the questions there will not be answer choice given, in which case you have to enter the answer, okay. And so again, so this is what I was telling. Okay, so the second question, the answer choice was not given, you have to enter. Okay, and this is again very easy to predict. They are asking for the next number. Okay, it was not actually asked as a missing number, it was asked as if find the next number in the series. Okay, and again of course doesn't make any difference, but I'm just mentioning it. Okay, so 8, 24, 12, 36, 18, 54. Okay, so you can guess the relationship, right? So 8 into 3 is 24, 24 by 2 is 12, 12 into 3 is 36, 36 by 2 is 18, 18 into 3 is 54. So next should be divide by 2. That is, it is first multiply by 3, then divide by 2, then multiply by 3, divide by 2, and so on. So 54 by 2, the answer is 27. So you'll be given a box, and in that box you have to enter, you have to type 27 and press enter. Okay, so that is how it is. So the answer is 27 for the second question. Now third question, there are 25 people in a group. If all shake hands with one another, how many shake hands are possible? Okay, so this is again a popular question. So you can treat this as a combination based question or as a sigma n minus 1. Okay, this is summation of n minus 1. You can treat it both ways. Okay, it's a very popular question. For example, there are 10 or let's say there are, you take a tournament, something like an IPL, not exactly IPL, something like an IPL. Okay, so let's say there are 8 teams in a group, and they are playing league matches, right? If everybody is playing with every other team, so how many matches are played, right? So like that, there are n number of questions that can be created. It's a very popular question. So here you can say the answer is there are 25 people, you can say it is 25C2. Okay, you can say 25C2, or you can say it is sigma 24. Okay, sigma 24, that is sum of n natural numbers, sigma 24. Okay, so 25C2 means you can write this starting from 25, you write two numbers 25 and 24, and then okay, so that is 300. If you write sigma 24 also, it is same, right? So what is sigma 24? It will be 24 into 25 by, so n into n minus 1 by 2, n into n minus 1 by 2, I'm sorry, n into n plus 1 by 2. Okay, so n into n plus 1 by 2. So that way also, either way it is all same. So the answer is 300. That's answer option C, 300 for the third question. It's a very popular question. Okay, so you can treat it as an NC2 question or a sigma n minus 1 type of question. Okay, now the fourth question, so it is a question based on ratio. Now find the ratio of milk to water in a mixture that gives 15% profit when sold at cost price of pure milk. Okay, see, now assume whatever is there in the whatever is sold, okay, or whatever is there in the container, okay, the cost price. Okay, of course we are assuming here that water is free of cost. So the cost price of milk, okay, the cost price which is actually only milk, let's assume it is 100 rupees. Now selling price, okay, it is the same milk, plus, selling price, yeah, so selling price is 115, it is the same milk, and of course you have some water as well. Okay, so what is water worth? Whatever water worth for 15 rupees, okay, whatever water worth for 15 rupees, that is added. Okay, so milk 100 rupees, milk worth 100 rupees is there, and water worth 15 rupees is there. Okay, now everything is in terms of rupees. Whatever is the weight, that is the price, right? So according to the weight only the price. So what they have asked was for the weight, so 100 by 15. Okay, so that is milk and water, they are the ratio 100 by 15, which is like 20 by 3. Actually you can mark it easily, just for explanation purpose I am writing this, otherwise you can mark this question easily, and only then you can solve the 10 questions together in the stipulated time. Okay, so answer for this question is answer option B, 20:3. Okay, now the fifth question, it's a coding decoding question. Okay, in a certain code language, song is coded as 110. So what is a movie coded as? So in most of these questions, okay, now this will be if they are giving number, most often it will be based on the position of each of the alphabets. Okay, so that is how it is. Sometimes it may be based on some other logic, but most often that is how it is. So let us check that first. Okay, so for convenience, okay, I'm having this right. So E is 5, J is 10, O is 15, T is 20. So which means like S is 19 and O is 15, N is 14, G is 7. Okay, now what is 19 plus 15 is 34, 34 plus 14 is 48, 48 plus 7 is 55. The sum is 55. It is coded as 110, which means 55 into 2 is 120. So it is multiplied by twice. Now let's try to code a movie. Now M is 13, O is 15. Okay, so V is 22 and I is 9 and E, of course, it is 5. Now if you sum it up, what do we get? 13 plus 15 is 28, 28 plus 22 is 50, 59 and 64. So total is 64. Now 64 into 2 is 128. Right, now that's the code. That's answer option A for question number 5. Okay, so it is again a very popular kind of a question. Now question number 6 is a profit loss discount question. So they are selling a item at a certain price, but before that they are marking. See, though the question says selling price printed, okay, selling price printed on this item is 40%. Now that selling price printed, okay, it is not actually the selling price, it is actually the mark price. Okay, marked price or list price or label price. Okay, marked price or list price or label price. Okay, so that is actually mark price. So for to avoid confusion, I will use the term mark price here. Okay, now after the discount, he is selling it after 10% discount, he is selling it. Now that's the actual selling price. That's the actual selling price. Okay, now after giving the discount, is making a profit of 65 rupees. Okay, so now printed selling price, which is the mark price, which is 40% more than the cost price, 40% more, I can write it as 1.4 CP. Now please, to understand this, you please check my percentage video. Link to that is given in the description below. I'll just tell you quickly. Now 10% profit or 10% increase you can write as 1.1, a 20% profit you can write as 1.2 and so on. Likewise, a 40% increase or 40% more or a 40% profit you can write as 1.4. Okay, so mark price is 1.4 of CP, or you can say if cost price is 100 rupees, you can say marked price is 140 rupees. That is 40% increase. I think this way also we can do. Now on that mark price, which is the selling price printed according to the question, now because that customer is a premium category customer, that customer is getting a 10% discount. Okay, so the printed price, okay, the printed price is 140 and a customer is getting 10% discount on that. Now 10% on 140 is 110, that is 14. Okay, 14. So actual selling price, right, the actual selling price is 126%. So what is the profit? Profit is selling price minus cost price. So that means that 26 rupees, I'm sorry, 26% is the selling price, right? 26%. Now that 26% is the profit. Selling price minus cost price, that profit 26% is the profit. Now that is the 65 rupees that is mentioned in the question, right? Now we have almost got the answer. So if 26% of cost price, because cost profit is always calculated on the cost price only, right? So if you say 10% profit, it is 10% on the cost price. So here in this question it is 26% profit. So 26% on cost price on 26% on cost price is 65. So if you solve for this, you get 26 by 100 of cost price is equal to 65. 13 is common, so this is like 5 and this is 2. So if you write cost price, it will be like 250, right? So 250 is the cost price. Now what is asked? Selling price printed, which is actually the mark price. Okay, so that is 1.4 into 250, that is 40% increase. So 40% on 250 is 100, or you can write 1.4 into 250 is 350. That's answer option C for this question. Okay, just do it step by step. Okay, I think among the questions only this question is little time consuming when compared to the other questions, but again this is, if you do it step by step in a very systematic way, like it is easy to understand. Okay, and any of the questions you have any doubts, okay, or if you are looking for any the alternate methods, okay, and so on, okay, so please just suggest in the comments below. Okay, so I'll try to answer it in whatever other ways possible. Okay. Now the seventh question, how many ways can the letters of the word plant zone be arranged so that the vowels come together? So you want the vowels together. Now the vowels are like A, O, E, okay, and the others are the consonants. So we have P, L, and then Z, and then you have double N. Okay, so totally 8 letters, right? Now when you want to have the vowels together, you can treat them as a single alphabet. Okay, so now you have 5 consonants, okay, 5 consonants and 1, okay, 5 consonants and 1 vowel. Okay, so you can just put this together. Okay, so like 6 factorial. Okay, you can 6 factorial, but there is something else that we have to consider. Okay, that is, there are 2 n's. Okay, there are 2 n's, so divide by 2 factorial. Also among these 3 vowels they can arrange themselves in 3 factorial ways. Among these 3 vowels they can arrange themselves in 3 factorial ways, so we have to consider that as well. Okay, so now let's try to solve this. Now 6 factorial, it is 720, and 3 factorial is 6 by 2. Okay, so this is like 3, 720 into 3, it's 2160. Okay, that's answer option D for question number 7. Okay, now question number 8. So these are like very simple questions. Now which part I'm not sure. I think they'll give you, if I remember right, in Infosys they had given like 1 gallon is approximately 4 liters, but they had not actually mentioned how many miles is 1 kilometer. They had not mentioned. Approximately it is like 1.6 kilometers. Okay, but I think in the question they are not actually mentioned. So this, anyhow, like when I was preparing this, I just added it for better clarity. So what they have mentioned here, these are questions where you can write these things very directly. Okay, so 36 miles, 10 liters of I'm sorry, okay, so 10 liters of fuel. Okay, so 36 it is like traveling, the car is traveling 36 miles per gallon. Okay, so 1 gallon is like 4 liters. So now for 1 gallon, okay, it is like 36 miles, means it is like for 4 liters, 36 miles, right? So for 1 liter it will be, the car can travel 9 miles. Okay, and so for if you look at in terms of kilometer, for 1 liter, 9 into 1.6, that's 14.4 kilometers it can travel. Now the question is about 10 liters. So for 10 liters, 14.4 into 10, it is 144. So as I said, you can directly write the answer without even writing all these steps. Okay, so the answer is answer option C, 144 kilometers for the 8th question. Now for the 9th question is again, some of the questions as I was searching, I could find that some of the questions were earlier asked in GMAT and all have been repeated. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that the questions asked in some other popular exams, okay, so that are also being repeated by Infosys. Okay, and in fact in some cases they have even repeated the same numbers, though not for this question, but in some cases. Okay, so here again these are like direct questions, you don't have to really write anything. So this question says, Varun walks to his farm and returns home by his car, and thus takes a travel time of so one way he's like walking, and then one way he's taking car. Okay, so now that makes it like 8 hours and 45. Okay, if both ways he took car, okay, he would have gained 2 hours, means he would have taken 6 hours and 45 minutes. The question is, what would happen if, you know, like both ways he was walking, right? If both ways he would have walking, see, if one way he instead of walking one way, if he drove, means he will gain 2 hours, right? So the same thing, you just change it. Okay, so instead of taking this car, if you would have walked, what will happen? You would have added 2 hours. So add 2 hours to this 8 hours 45 minutes, 10 hour and 45 minutes. That's the answer. That's all. Okay, so instead of walking both ways, because, you know, like I'm sorry, the first case is walking and taking a car. Okay, now instead of walking one way, he would have taken the car, he would have saved 2 hours. Now that means, instead of, you know, like taking the car here, if he walks, right, he would spend 2 hours more. So 10 hour 45 minutes is the answer for the 9th question. Now question number 10. Now this is what I was telling earlier. Okay, so now this kind of question, they don't give you just one question, though I have put only one question here. They don't give you just one question. So based on this data or this caselet, okay, you'll be asked like 2 or 3 questions. See, the language here is not, you know, like, so both those who have already solved many questions or those who are solving it new, you will find the language is a bit inconvenient. Okay, not my fault. This is the actual wordings that have been used in the Infosys. Okay, so I have not changed anything, you know, even a full stop comma I have not changed. I've just given it as it is. Okay, right. So let's try to solve this. There are 11, you know, like people sitting in the first row. So whatever is you know, like your right, you know, like my right, okay, that we can consider as the right of these I mean the left and right. Okay, whatever is yours and mine. Okay, so we'll treat the same for the 11 people who are sitting also, right? So let's start from the first, you know, like information. So D, who is just to the left of F. Okay, so you have let's say F is here. I'll take the first information. Let's say F is here and D is to the left of F. Okay, so this is the left of F and this is to the right. Okay, so whatever is your right and my right, I mean whatever is your left right and my left right, will treat the same for the characters here. Okay, so D is just to the left of F and is to the right of C at second place. Okay, so which means D is second right. So C, somebody is there in the first right. Okay, so there is some empty space and the second right is D. Okay, second right of C is D. Okay, so that is the meaning of the second part of the first statement. A is second to the right of E, who is at one of the ends. Okay, so E is at one of the ends, right? And A is second to the right of E. Now, so this is the first statement. The second statement is A is now okay, so it's a very good clue. Now this says A is second to the right of E, so first right and second right, and I'm sorry, E is at one of the ends, means now E can't be at the left end, because E, if suppose E is in the left end, okay, now that means nobody will be to the right of E, but here it is given A is to the second right of E, so which means E is at the second E is at the leftmost end. Okay, so this is from here we'll start our order. Okay, so we'll have like 11 positions. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 and 11. We'll have 11 positions. Okay, so I'll just number it like 1 to 11, right? So E is at the leftmost end and A is second to the right of E. Now J is the nearest neighbor of A and B, right? Now you can't put J here. J here is not possible because J has to be a neighbor of both A and B. So what we can do is we can put only J here and then B here. J is near of A and B, and third to the left of G. Okay, so J here is the third left. Okay, so this is the third left, this is second left, first left, so G is here. So G is okay, third to the left of G is J. Now that's the third point. Now Okay, so and we have one more information. So this data as of now we are not able to use. I think we'll use it next. H is next to D. H is next to D towards left. Okay. Okay, so H is next to D towards left. Okay, so that means H is here. H is to the left of D and is at third place to the right of I. Okay, third place to the right of I. Now, now one more thing is, now CHDF, they're all together. Now only possibility is here, CHDF. Okay, and it also says H is next to D to its left and is third place to the right of I, means I can only be here. I can only be here, and third to the right of I is H. So first right, second right, third right, third to the right of I is H. And so who is left out? K is left out, so K is here. Now let's try to answer the question. The question is, who is sitting second to the left of H? So H is here, right? And first left is C, second left is G, so G is second left. So in this question there are 5 options were given, right? So for the fifth option, the person G is sitting second to the left. That's the answer, right? So as I said before, multiple questions were asked based on this, but once you get this position ready, you can solve, you know, like many other questions. Okay, so here, because of want of time, I just had only one question. Now the next one, so another coding decoding. So they are saying altered is code written as, you know, like JOG. Again, here it's very easy to predict. See, A is coded as Z. Okay, so that kind of gives a clue. See, there are two possibilities. A is coded as Z means, now in a sense, you know, like after Z, next letter is A, right? Or it can be the first letter is A, the last letter is Z. Both ways are possible. Okay, so let's just check it. So alter is coded as, you know, like JOG, I mean sorry, ZOG and so on, and how will simultaneous be written in that code? Okay, so let's have this, right? And let's also have the reverse to check. So A is coded as Z, okay, right? And then L is coded as O. So L in the reverse order, L and O have the same place, that is the 12th position. And then T is coded as, you know, like G and so on. Okay, so let us not verify it further, let's not waste time further, right? Now this is how it is. Now, so similarly, let me get for simultaneous. See, one of the ways to quickly pick the answer is, see, L is already there, so L is O, right? A is already there, A is Z. Okay, now E is already there, E is V. Okay, so E is V, right? Now this kind of gives a clue. Okay, this kind of gives a clue. Now that is 5th position, 7th position and 9th position. Okay, 5, 7 and 9. So this is 5, 7 and 9. Okay, so 5, 7 and 9, 5, 7 and 9. So probably this is the answer. This is the answer. You can mark it and move on, right? Now you may ask, if suppose I have to write, you know, like from A to Z, it's going to time consuming and all that. In that case, if you think it is time consuming, okay, so one way to identify is, if you put, you know, like the position. Okay, now whatever your so for example, let's say you know the numbers in the alphabetical order, that is 1 to 26 you know, but you do not know the reverse order, right? Now whatever you get, that is A plus Z, if you add, this is 1 and 26, it will be 27. Likewise L and O, if you add, okay, so L is 12, O is 15, that will be 27, right? Likewise T and G, if you add, it will be 27. Okay, so the number will be 27. Based on that also you can get the answer quickly. So If it is not possible for you to write everything and then find, okay, you can also do it that way. Okay, this the whatever this, for example, D and W, D is 4, W is 23, right? So together if you add 4 plus 23 is 27. So that way also you can easily crack. Also you just and as I said, if you just look at the original source, okay, so you don't have to actually decode each and every letter. If you just based on this L, A and E, okay, based on this L, A and E itself, you can get the answer. Okay, so that is also right. So answer is answer option C for question number 11. Now question number 12. Now if 4 boys and 6 girls can do a so it's a time and work question. 4 boys and 6 girls can do a work in 24 days. Then in how many days 6 boys and 18 girls can do the work? See, unfortunately, let's say if the number of boys and number of girls, if you are able to compare, okay, like one boy is equal to this many girls, or if you are able to say that, okay, if the number given here is, let's say, getting multiplied by the same number, okay, for example, if 4 boys and 6 girls become 12 boys and 18 girls, okay, so something like that. Okay, so if it is proportionately increasing, okay, then we can find out, okay, if it is proportionately increasing or proportionately decreasing, or if you are able to make a comparison between 4 and 6, then we can do something. Okay, but here we will not be able to do anything. So with the given data, it is not sufficient, because we do not know. See, either we should know 4 boys, or like 4 boys equal to how many girls, or 6 girls equal to how many boys, or 1 boy equal to how many girls. So we should be able to know something, right? Or we should know like how much is like 1 boy and 1 girl, how much work they will do, right? Or this 4 boys and 6 girls, proportionately it should increase, right? So multiply by 3 by on both, okay, or multiply by 2 by on both, or some factor, okay, right? Or even if it is like multiply by 1.5, means like even if you have like, say, instead of 6 boys and 18 girls, if suppose 6 boys and 9 girls were given, still we can get the answer, right? So we can say some answer like 16 or something we can say, right? But here we cannot say anything, so the answer is cannot be determined. Okay, we are not able to find the answer here. The answer is cannot be determined because the given data is not sufficient, so it cannot be determined. Now question number 13 is a very popular question. So you have 40 liters of milk, okay, only milk, and you are taking 4 liters out of it and you are replacing it with water, and you are doing this like further 2 times. Okay, so that means you're totally doing it 3 times. Now for this you have a formula, okay, wherein it goes like final concentration is equal to initial concentration into 1 minus quantity removed by the total quantity whole power k, where k is the number of times the iteration is done. Okay, now please understand, so as you can see, the final quantity will be less because you are having a minus symbol inside. So which means here you are having milk and milk is getting reduced, so you should put milk here and not water. Okay, so initial quantity of water is like 40 liters, right? And the quantity removed is like 4 liters out of the total 40, and you are doing it 3 times. So it is like 1 by 10. So it is like 40 into 9 by 10. Okay, so whole power 3, and it's a very easy calculation. It's a very popular and repeated question. So you get 729 by 1000. Okay, so you get 2916 by 100, that's 29.16 liters. That's the amount of milk contained in the container after it is done 3 times. The answer is answer option A, 29.16. So I hope the methods that I have used in this video is useful to you. And if you have any questions, as I said before, please post your questions in the comment section below. We'll be very happy to answer your queries. And for regular job alerts and aptitude videos, please subscribe to our channel Learning Abroad. And if you like this video, click on the like button and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching the video. Have a great day.